right, so first off, hello everyone. My name is Barbara Jackson and I'm the director of the Burns School of Real Estate and Construction Management at DU in the Daniels College of Business. We know that, I hope. But welcome to all Burns School undergraduate and graduate students, alumni, sponsors, and industry representatives to our 5th annual spring banquet and year-end celebration. Our faculty in attendance today include myself, Jeff Engelstadt, Eric Holt, Andrew Mueller, Glenn Mueller, Ron Throop, Daniel Trujillo. Also in attendance, and we're thrilled to death to have this many adjuncts with us tonight: Ed Frohnapple, Jennifer Halstead, Stephanie Kelly, Alec Pasella, Steve Sessions, and Greg Houston. Thank you all for being here. And last but not least, of course, we want to acknowledge all of our staff. This is what I refer to as the dream team. And I got to tell you, none of these things would happen without them. And they do an excellent job when we're live and person to person, but they've done a superb job getting us together and celebrating many, many different things, from this event tonight to graduation that we'll celebrate in a couple weeks. And that's Laura Hacker, Nicole Gleason, Holly Hernandez, Marie McNichol, Deborah Ortlip, Candace Rusk, and Cece Smith. And again, this whole point of this evening tonight, it's all about our students. This is our annual year-end celebration. And though we cannot gather in person this year, we want to recognize all of the achievements you have made throughout this school year, and the fortitude you have shown by finishing strong in this challenging time and by showing up tonight to celebrate with us and each other. Now, we have our current students, but we're really, really happy also to have some alumni on with us tonight as well. So welcome, alumni. We never want to forget you. And we have several graduating students this year who will be joining you as alumni very, very soon. Now I'd like to thank our sponsors for this evening, for this event, for continuing to support the Burns School even during these very difficult times. Lennar Homes, Jim Anslover is with us tonight, and IREM is with us tonight, and both of these companies will be sharing a few thoughts and words on what's happening in their respective companies and sharing a little bit about why they're here with us tonight. And a third sponsor this evening is Mile High Development. There's no one to join us tonight, but we know that George Thorne has always been a supporter of the Burns School. So we're going to begin with Lennar Homes and welcome Jim Anslover to say a few words to our students.
Thank you, Barb. And as you can imagine, it's quite an honor for us to be a sponsor of this event tonight. Again, we were there last year in person, and it was a great event, and had enjoyed the opportunity to meet the students, meet the professors, and really get a sense of all the good work that you guys do. Let me just start with our mutual involvement with the Burns School and its students and professors. We've redoubled our efforts this year to be a good corporate citizen and to do things with the school in many different levels of capacity. And that's, person to person with the students. And we feel we really get a chance to meet people, understand what makes them tick, and, answer questions. And potentially, we're looking for great associates to join our team as well, which is the whole purpose. You go to school to get a good job and make a difference in society. Some of the things just to highlight that we've done together is we've met many of your students for job site tours at Lennar Communities, walking them through all stages of construction, introducing them to our construction managers, and answering their questions. And it's refreshing to see their perspective and take them down the journey of home building. We've been involved with a few of your groups that have been preparing for the NAHB competitions. And I had the chance to go out to Las Vegas and actually speak, to a panel of educators. Eric invited me out. And again, I found that a very, very helpful and rewarding experience. We've worked with Eric and a group of students on a project for the framing methods around the National Housing Endowment. Again, that continues. And we actually hired one of your graduates last spring, Avani Cade, joined Lennar in our purchasing department. And so Getting to know the professors, the teachers, the staff, the students meant a lot to us. Now, the current state of home building. Home building is interesting. It's an emotional business. We build homes for families. And at a time like this, when shelter and safety and security has become the forefront of all of our minds, we find that home building offers not only a career, but an opportunity to make your community better. And we have that type of reaction from our customers now, and they appreciate all that we do in the home building community to give them a place of safety and comfort and future for their families. The current state of home building, it's uncertain. There's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of fear. This is truly uncharted waters, and we, like you, are learning every single day. Necessity is a mother of invention, and this is no exception. We've learned how to sell homes remotely, close homes in a touchless way, conduct new home orientations virtually, and actually do warranty inspections and consultations remotely through a smartphone. Never would have thought that before. Even a Zoom meeting. We had never done video conferencing before, and now we're all getting to be experts at it. And so that's been, an interesting improvement in our business. We don't want to return to the old way of business. We think we've gotten better. We think we communicate better, we collaborate better, we're more focused, we're getting more done. So when you say back to business, it's not back to the old way of business. It's back to the new and more, I'd say, advanced way of doing what we do. For the students, it's a tough time. It's difficult right now. We understand that. Our advice to you is don't stop. Don't stall on your efforts to reach out to companies. Talk to companies. Give a contact, continue talking to them, and continue growing your skills. There are free things online. Talk to the companies. Understand what makes them tick. Make yourself valuable. We're going to ask the question when we interview, what did you do during this time to make yourself better and more relevant? It's going to make a difference, and you will stand out. And finally, lean into this change. It's time to be better and to grow from this time of turbulence. We're going to get through it, as you've heard from everybody. We believe it as well. We're seeing our business sales pick up almost back to pre-COVID levels, and that's encouraging to us. So keep the faith, stay strong, believe in what you're doing. You're in a tremendous program with great support, and I look forward to a very good future for all of you and all of us as well. Thank you, Barb. Back to you.
Thank you. And Jim, I just want to say thank you again for being on our construction management jobs outlook panel yesterday. It was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Covered a lot of topics, and you've been such a supporter of the program. We really thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Our next sponsor this evening is Daniel Murphy with Streamline Commercial Properties, and he's representing IREM tonight. And I believe he's here as well to say a few words to our students.
Yes, I am here. Please let me know if I'm speaking and no one's hearing me. But congratulations to the graduates of class of 2020. My name's Dan Murphy, and I am the 2020 president of IREM Greater Denver. IREM was founded during the Great Depression when there was a strong need for better ethics in property management. Since then, we've been a worldwide leader in real estate education for real estate managers and professionals, and continue to have our strongest focus on ethics as a real estate manager. I don't believe there's one right path in real estate, but I do know very few people choose property management as their childhood dream career. Development, financial analysis, brokerage, and the like usually sound much more exciting, especially because of the massive potential paydays and prestige. I think of property management as the front lines in the real estate game, and having a background in it, no matter what your ultimate goal or direction, can give you a huge advantage. Not to mention it can deliver a steady paycheck even during a downturn. Developers and architects and engineers design the building's heating and cooling, but it's really the property manager that has to actually work with it and see what works and what doesn't. They have to figure out how to work with what they're given and work within the leases they're given. When someone with a strong property management background gets to be involved in other areas of real estate, They have a distinct advantage in knowing firsthand how to read the numbers on paper and transfer them to realistic underwriting that can be obtained. Too many people without this ground level experience end up overpromising and under-delivering because they haven't actually had the tough face-to-face conversations with the tenants. The Institute of Real Estate Management, IREM, is a leader in the field of furthering your property management knowledge and is also the writers of the books used by Steve Sessions in his property management classes here at DU. No matter where your degree takes you, just remember that the downturns are full of opportunities for those willing to put in the work and who have the patience to believe their work will eventually provide exponential returns once the market recovers. If you'd like to learn more about IREM, please feel free to reach out to me directly. I'll give CC my info. Thanks for having me, and also just want to leave you with, I came out of college in 2008, which was a pretty rough job market, which it looks like we're entering here now. And as Jim said, it's so important to put in a little extra work, especially if you can find a position. The pay may not be what you want to be, but if you're learning, if you're gaining contacts, it puts you in such a strong position when you get out of this. It's not the time to take it easy. It's the time to work harder. So good luck to everyone, and thanks for having us.
Thank you, Dan. Fantastic. Now, again, I just want to acknowledge our third sponsor for this evening, and that's George Thorne, who's president of Mile High Development. And George has been a constant supporter of the program. He can't be with us tonight, but we sure thank these three sponsors. And what I want to share with everybody is when we do this live, our sponsors typically buy tables or sponsor a table. It's a big event. It's a very, very nice event. And this year we said, you know, we still want to invite sponsors if they want to be a part of this event, even though it's online. And we just really thank these three individuals and these three companies for stepping up and being with us tonight. And I know our students really appreciate it. Cece, I'm going to give it back to you. Cece?
Thank you so much, sponsors. We so appreciate your support, and we're so happy you could join us today. Next up, we have Candace Rusk, who will announce the Undergraduate Student Honors Awards.
Thank you, Cece. So appreciate the introduction, and good evening to all of you that could be with us this evening. The Honors Awards are for students in the Burns School with the top grade point averages. For the undergraduate students, I would like to recognize the following juniors and seniors who, as of the end of winter quarter, and after completing a minimum of 16 credit hours, have earned a grade point average of 3.5 or higher. Lily Armstrong, Margaret Brown, Matt Bullock, Charlie Clark, Johnny Den, Tori Dobbins, Nick Fiore, Megan Fitzpatrick, Duncan Fuller, Frank Gumina, J.R. Goose, Garrett Halhanesian, Peter Johnston, Diego Luna, Raul Luna, Emma McClung, Tyson McClellan, Peter Millerhagen, Rachel Morman, Alex Munzel, Joe Ortega, Will Puzak, Dominique Sartorana, Tanner Scolvin, Tanner Stover, Arden Townsend, and Brittany Wilson. Let's give them a round of applause.
Woohoo!
Thank you, Cece.
Okay, well, hello everyone. I think it's my turn. My name is Jeff Engelstad. So Cece, I hope I didn't step on your toes there.
No, please go ahead.
If you could bring up that last list again, the undergrads. Can you go back one slide? I've got a lot of you in class this quarter, so it's kind of a good idea that we're doing this now before finals, I guess. Anyway, just kidding. You guys are all amazing, let me tell you. I am here to give out the awards for the graduate and executive master's students. These are the students we'd like to recognize who have earned a grade point average of 3.75 or higher and completed a minimum of 16 credit hours. You will get your honorary certificate emailed to you later this evening. I will tell you that I never saw a grade point average in my entire life that was anywhere approaching 3.75. So you guys are amazing. Let me read the list here. We have Craig Adams, Nick Allen, Tucker Bennett, Keenan Black, Garrett Blair, Harlan Chumley, David Copperman, Aaron Everett, Bernard Heverly. Now I know why you go by Trip, dude. Dale Katzenberg, Paige Langley, William Lamb, Willie Lamb we call him, Taylor Reeves, Nicole Liebman, Rebecca Macy, Derek Mills, Montrell Nickerson, Victoria Nikolova, Teresa Pomering, Taylor Reeves. Oh, Taylor Levers. I'm sorry. I got my Taylors mixed up. Sorry, guys. Courtney Ryan, Eric Reimars, Harrison Sawyer, Eric Sensney, Brian Simrud, Matthew Sproles, Barbara Satithi. I know that's wrong. Sorry, Barbara. Brandon Van Laux and David Windsor. I even practiced Barbara, and I cannot say the name. Thank you guys very much, and congratulations to everyone. How about a big virtual round of applause for these folks? And also, I want to make an announcement that honor students who have accepted the Alpha Sigma Gamma invitation, your induction ceremony will take place at a later date. And so watch for an email from Andrew Mueller on that, because the induction ceremony cannot take place until after some of the hazing rituals have taken place and some of the paddling. And I mean, you know how it goes in these honorary societies. And so that's not something that we can do virtually. So anyway, guys, thank you all very much. I'll turn it back over to Holly.
All right, next we have student competitions, and presented by Professor Drew Mueller is the Sherman Miller competition team.
Thanks, Holly. So just to give you a background, the Sherman Miller case competition was named in honor of Sherman Miller, who is the past director of the CU Real Estate Center. And the competition is an undergraduate competition between CU, CSU, and DU. And the students make an investment, re-tenant, and redevelopment pitch. And this year it was on a 370,000 square foot community center in suburban New Orleans. And so I wanted to congratulate our team, which tied for second place: Ben Barco, Margaret Brown, Johnny Din, and William Puzak. So congratulations, round of applause.
Also presented by Professor Drew Mueller is the NAHB Real Estate Challenge team.
Great, thanks. So the NAHB Rocky Mountain Real Estate Challenge is similar to Sherman Miller, but it's a graduate level competition. NAHB bills it as the real estate event of the year. And it's the largest real estate conference in the state of Colorado, with typically over 700 attendees for the final competition. However, this year it rapidly transitioned to an online format. And this year's winning team developed the best project and beat CU to keep the cup at DU for the third year in a row. The project was sponsored by Denver International Airport, and the project was at 61st and Pena on a 23-acre greenfield site in which there was an esports arena and a lot of other creative ideas. And so I want to congratulate the winning team: Willie Berline, Keenan Black, David Copperman, Aaron Everett, William Lamb, and Alex Welsh. So round of applause for all of those hardworking teams. I also want to congratulate all three teams. It was a very fierce competition, and the judges agonized over which of the DU teams to send to the final. And I think I'm pretty confident that any one of our three teams would have kept the cup here at DU. So big round of applause to all three teams and all their hard work. Woo! Yeah. Go Pios.
All right, and now presenting the ASC National and International Certificates, let me introduce Professor Daniel Trujillo.
Thank you, CC. So the ASC is the Associated Schools of Construction, and it really is our peer group all over the country and internationally for universities that have construction management programs. And this year we took two fantastic students and here we go, we get pictures of them. Two fantastic students to the Region 8 competition, which is the International Student Competition. It was hosted by the University of Salford in Manchester, the UK. Each year we have teamed with the Technical University in Dublin, and we really look to find, there are about three things that we look for in our competitors that we take over there. One, we like to see a little bit of competition experience. Two, we really like to have a balanced team with a balanced skill set with the Dublin team. And then third, I also like to find individuals that aren't likely to create an international incident. And this year, those two non-international incident causing people were Mr. Ben Barco and Miss Elizabeth Behrens. They're just absolutely fantastic representatives of our country, and they teamed very well with the University of Dublin, or Technical University of Dublin. As you can imagine, there are a lot of challenges working with an intercultural international team, from doing things in meters instead of feet, and euros instead of dollars, and things like punch lists, et cetera, are totally different wording, et cetera. So they did a fantastic job, great representative of our country, and competed against 16 teams from Europe and the UK. So so thank you guys. It was a wonderful time to spend. Oh, there are a few pictures, and the one on the far left has actually been almost causing an international incident. So you'll notice our team members from Dublin, and these guys actually in the competition, and some pictures of the University of Salford. So we pulled Ben out before he could create the international incident. So they were a pleasure to travel with, and they did a wonderful job. So the next competition I just want to is the ASC competition. It's the Region 6 and 7 competition, but really it's the competition in the ASC. All over the country, we get competitors from other universities and other regions. I just wanted to share some stats with you on this one. This year at the ASC 6 and 7 regional competition in Reno, we had 207 teams, 1,240 students, 300 alternate students, so a total of 1,540 students at this competition, 53 participating universities, 130 faculty coaches, 115 companies recruiting there, 170 companies attending, and 1,400 industry attendees there. We kind of liken this to the NFL combines. This is absolutely where the construction industry goes to look for their talent. So our first group here is our integrated project delivery team, and I'm going to let Dr. Barbara Jackson talk a little bit about them in the competition.
Yeah, so first off, I just want to thank and recognize Eric Reimars, David Windsor, Jonathan McMichael, Trip Heverly, Gavin Lehemeyer, and Michael Corradini. Fantastic team this year, fantastic team for sure. And this is what I want to share with everyone. We are one of the few programs in the country that specifically teaches advanced courses in integrated project delivery and design build. And it really shows when our students get to the ASC. This is the only graduate competition in the ASC. All the other competitions are undergraduate competitions. So this is quite something else. And the sponsor for this competition is Clark Construction. And it's been many, many times that Clark Construction has reached out to these teams after they present and make offers to them. As a matter of fact, we have several alumni with them now. But this is what I want to share. This is the most advanced project delivery method, so it obviously requires some of our most advanced students. And I am always so proud of these students. I can't tell you how proud I am. Clark Construction takes no prisoners. When they do these interviews, this is not just a stand and deliver. They're across the table. They're in an interview that is intentionally created to be some pushing and shoving, verbally, so to speak, but pushing and shoving as if we've got real challenges on real projects, and these teams bring it home every single time. So congratulations, team. I'm really so proud of you, and we are absolutely proud of you across the board. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Barb. So we also had 2 undergraduate teams, our pre-construction team, and here they are in action. Our pre-construction competition this year was sponsored by PCL Construction. It's a commercial construction project, and this year it was in Honolulu. The project was in Honolulu, Hawaii. It was a 40-story building, apartment building, mixed use with affordable housing in it. And our team, they would, in this particular competition, they included pre-construction services and construction services. So they started in October preparing their booklet and responding to RFPs and did an absolute fantastic job on this one. So the mainline team on this one was Dominic Santriana, Tanner Stover, Ben Barco, Colin Pullman, Jake Price, Nick Shank, and Nick Fiore. And we pulled up Jack Wallen from our alternates. We always take 2 alternates. Jack Wallen was one of our undergrads, and we pulled him in at the last minute on the team. These guys did a fantastic presentation, and they really did a wonderful job with a very, very difficult project on the islands, including running into cultural artifacts that they had to reschedule their entire construction for their concrete pour around. So I actually met one of the superintendents who worked on that job later. Very difficult project. These guys did an amazing, amazing job on tackling the project and presenting professionally. So our other team was a commercial construction team. So our commercial construction competition is sponsored by Mortensen Construction. And this one for us was, luckily, it was the hub, which was built in Rhino, in the Rhino district north of downtown. So some of our team members were a little familiar with it when they were getting the construction documents. They were starting to think about how they would approach it. So in this particular competition, it includes planning, scheduling, estimating, sequencing, and the layout of the project. Again, this is kind of a dream team. We as the professors meet these students throughout the year, and it's a fantastic group of gentlemen who have a bit of construction experience, a bit of competition experience. And this year we had Doug Peterson, Joe Wegmiller, Jackson Wegmiller, Alex Ortman, Ryan Dusick, Adam Graytrix, who was new to us, great addition to our team this year, Jack Wallen, who was the alternate. We actually ended up moving up to the PRECON team when needed, and Duncan Fuller was another one of our members. And then I don't know if I mentioned Nick Fiore as an alternate as well. So wonderful job, a great opportunity. And we're just really proud of all of our ASC teams and how they represent the University of Denver. Thank you.
Great job, everyone.
Good job.
Next, we have Professor Eric Holt presenting the certificates to the NAHB Real Estate Competition Team.
Hello all. This competition is one of the toughest ones in the nation. It's happened for almost 30 years now. DU has been a part of it before my time, but we have a rich history since I've been here. This team you see before you is the strongest team, the best team I have ever taken to this competition in the 12 years of coaching teams. It's just an incredible group of students. The competition background is they're given a piece of property somewhere in America that they have to come up with the best, highest use and think like a production home builder and develop a community. And they work on this all fall, and then they turn their packet in over Christmas break. So they gave up some of their Christmas break, blood, sweat, and tears for this. And then they go to the International Building Show and present in front of a bunch of judges. And there was anywhere about, I think there was 36 teams this year from across the nation, all the who's who of construction management schools that are there. This team rocked it. It's always a pleasure to see and watch them learn and grow as they go through this process. And so we had a lot of rock stars on here. I got to give a shout out to Megan Fitzpatrick. She has done this 3 years in a row now. And she took lead this year, and I think she was lead last year too, but last year she won the Rising Star for NAHB. This year she was the taskmaster. She got the students quickly put together and everybody working on it. Ben Barco, this is his third year. Just a phenomenal leadership team between the two of Megan and Ben working on this. Shout out to Frank Gamani. Danielle Bauer stepped up at the last hour in Christmas break to help finalize and then present. Carson Gardini and Tyler Drucker, just a dynamic duo. Fantastic, and so enjoyed those guys. Those guys did the presenting. Johnny Din, Chase Barron, Raul Luna, Diego Luna, Nick Fiore, Kyle Rittisberger, Owen McDivitt, Lawrence Webb, William Dart, and Jocelyn Vindana were our farm team. They also got to go and participate and see it, and I'm going to call upon some of them for next year. This year was a phenomenal showing. We got 6th place out of 36, which is incredible. The 6th place was due to some issues with the competition managers communicating to the judges, and yes, I am a bitter coach still. But a huge shout out to this team. Love taking you guys everywhere, and you represent DU so well.
And a special shout out to Ben Barco, who received the Outstanding Student Award during the NHB IBS show.
Yes. He did not cause an incident there either. Close, but didn't. And then part of what we're doing this year is we have a grant to study through the National Housing Endowment framing methodology in home building. And so I've got a group of rock star graduate students that I got to take with me. So that's been unique. Usually graduate students don't get to go to the NHB competition because it's all on undergrads. But I want to shout out to New Lamb, Jonathan McMichael, Elizabeth Behrens, Alexander Welsh, and Maddie Burnham for just making us look great, making me look like I do a ton of work. The study is ongoing through this summer, but these guys have put a lot of sweat and tears, and they got to present in front of the National Housing Endowment Board. I didn't even stand up, and they did all the work for me. That board is a group of home builders that have made their millions and then have pooled their millions to further housing research. And so the group they presented from are the upper echelon of production home builders, retired, and now they want to invest into the home building industry. And they know who DU is because of our students, because of our undergrads and their performance at NHB, and now because of our graduate students who presented to this group at the International Builders Show, and they make us look so good. And some of us need a lot of help. So thank you all very much for being such rock stars. And then we have the Solar Decathlon. This is an international competition that challenges collegiate teams to build, design, build, and operate net zero housing to then show off, what we can do with solar power. This year, the competition changed where it is a remodel project. They added that division, and it's a build local, showcase nationally. So our team chose to remodel a project here on campus. They worked the last 2 years to get all the knowledge work done, And then we started demo construction right before COVID, and then we got shut down. So a huge shout out to the team and the hard work they've been putting into this, both from the packet and the deliverables the Department of Energy puts together and makes us do is a little on the ridiculous. It's a lot on the ridiculous side. But these guys have done a great job. Here's a video that Holly put together of our project. It's been a fantastic project. We've got a great team. David Windsor has really stepped up as project manager because, you know, with our one-year program, our project managers in 2019 graduated. Joey Wegmiller has been a fantastic assistant project manager. Adam Gradix has been crazy with the construction. Adam and Joey were up in the ceiling to get me an idea, and a bunch of us what was up there. And I said, tell Adam not to stick his foot through the ceiling. And he immediately put a foot through the ceiling and stuck his head out and goes, what'd you say, Holt? So Jonathan McMichael's been working great on the energy and modeling and working to figure out how we make this totally net zero. Jackson Wegmiller's been our health and safety lead and has been a little on the crazy side of making sure we're safe, which we are very grateful for. Stephanie Sarah, our lead and sustainability lead, and she's really working with our PV and subcontractors to make sure we have all the PV properly on the roof. Ben Barco's been phenomenal on fundraising. We have the money in the bank for this project because of Ben. Elizabeth has been doing everything to keep all us squared away HR-wise. And then Holly, obviously the videos and everything that we produce for DOE runs through her, and we get huge points for just it looking hollified and beautiful. So, and a huge shout out to all the other team members. There's a long list of students that have been working on it. You saw them in that video. Big shout out to Antonio Collins and his family because they own a plumbing company. The day we had an open house, Antonio showed up with his father just to look through and immediately got us in touch with Ferguson to get all the plumbing fixtures donated. And they yanked a toilet and got literally down into the crap and scoped our sewer line that day. I mean, they just jumped all over it. Francisco Chacon has been a huge, he was our lead till he graduated and became an adjunct, but he got us all through the final stages of the deliverables. Montrell Nickerson's been working on the shopping for us. Nicandria Cabral, you saw her in the videos. She went crazy with the Sawzall and the sledgehammers and refused to let any of the guys take over some of the stuff that she got to do. Nicole Liebman's been working with Montrell on shopping. Danielle's been all over the place. They gave her the reverse nail gun that shoots nails out of wood, and she wouldn't give it back. Drew Shine and Matt Lafima, you saw them. They were doing a lot of the demo. Huge shout outs to them. Stuart and his crazy dog were there with us, helping us videotape stuff. Aubrey Woods got us lighting and appliances donated. And then Jorg Capetta is working. He's a student, but he's also an electrician. So we've got huge support. And what's not named here is a shout out to Dr. Barbara Jackson and facilities manager Andrew Alan Wilson, who have just let us sit on it during this COVID shutdown. There is no pressure for us to work on it this summer. And they understand how important this project is, especially hands-on to the students. And we get to pick it back up this September. And they're not worried about any of the timelines, and neither is the Department of Energy. So I'm so grateful for the support of the students and the administration for this project. It's a real world project, and it's also super prestigious that University of Denver gets to be in it again. So thank you all so much for all, letting us play in it.
And now we'd like to recognize and congratulate 2 Burns students who received recognition outside of the Burns School. Dale Katzenberg, who together with her team of other Daniels students won first place in the Daniels Racing Case competition in January and went on to represent DU at the National Racing Case event. And then Victoria Nikolova, who received the Minorities and Women in Education Scholarship from the Appraisal Institute and Education Relief Foundation. We're so proud of you both, and congratulations to Dale and Victoria. Well done. And now I'd like to turn it over to Nicole to recognize our graduate assistants and students.
Hey guys. So we just had so many wonderful graduate assistants this year that we just so appreciate. I know I speak on behalf of the faculty and staff that you guys, all the things you do behind the scenes helps us immensely. And we appreciate all the research and grunt work and everything you did. So a special thank you to our graduate assistants, Nicole Lieben, Aaron Everett, William Azar, Brooks Boss, Stephanie Sarah, Jake Medvine, David Copperman, and Clayton Green. And also, definitely want to give a shout out to our office assistant for the last 3 years, Johnny Din. Thank you for everything you've done. You have been my right-hand man for these last couple years, and I'm so used to having your help. I don't know what I'm going to do now that you're graduating. Thank you for all the name tags you stuffed and the behind-the-scenes event setup and takedown. We appreciate you jumping on any task we give you, and we'll miss you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nicole. And now presenting, we have a short interruption from Eric Holt. Holt, are you ready for the screen to be shared?
Share my screen. I'm taking over. It's disabled, and I'm going to pirate this out. You've disabled screen sharing, Holly. This is really ruining my mojo of pirating. Arg.
I'm sorry. Please excuse us while we figure this out real quick. All right. Cece, would you so kindly...
Got it. All right, every year, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you, Burn Scaff. All right, every year I get to honor the ladies. They take care of us. List of people that have given you guys love. Yes, Barb said this is not about anybody but the students today, but I disagree because this whole world that we have would not operate without you guys. So down at the bottom is my Venmo. If you want to make a last-minute donation to the ladies, you can, but the love of the faculty and the students for you guys has been huge again this year. And I just want you guys to know that we'll work out how we deliver this love they've given to you guys via online, via mail, snail mail. So that's why I've been pinging you guys today about how to get a hold of you. If I've got to come over and egg your house personally, I will do that. So, but all the places that I've worked academically, usually the drama was caused by the staff. Here at DU, the drama is caused by the faculty, and the staff clean up the messes daily. They take great care of us. They make all these events happen. They make sure that we're in class on time and have rooms and schedules. They take care of the finances. Yes, Barb, you're in charge, but if we didn't have these ladies, we wouldn't get anything done. So we love you all. You bless us daily, and thank you for taking great care of us. So again, if you want to share your love with the staff, Venmo me something, and I'll make sure they get it. But give a huge shout out to the Burns staff. We could not do this without you.
I just want to say something here too, Eric. So I've always referred to our staff as the dream team across all of DU. And it is absolutely the truth that without these very, very, very hardworking people, they help us look good every single day. They support the faculty. They support the students beyond belief. And I just really mean this when I say that they are absolutely the best staff across the entire DU campus. And you can see by the names listed here that our students know it and recognize it. And we just, again, want to say thank you.
We love you, ladies.
Thank you, Eric.
All right, I'm done. Arrgh.
All right, thank you, Holt, and thank you so much, everyone. It's a pleasure to be putting this together with everyone, so really appreciate all of you. And now, presenting the signature awards. These include a special personalized trophy that will be mailed to each recipient. I will be collecting the addresses via email, so please keep a lookout for that when you see my name, Holly Hernandez, appear in your inbox.
So the elevators.
Barb, it's all yours.
All right. So each year we come up with a few what we call signature awards. And our first one tonight is for Outstanding Achievement Award. And I am so happy to recognize Eric Reimers. And Eric, I think you're here tonight. I think I saw your name in there somewhere. But that's our award for Outstanding Achievement this year. And let me just tell you a few reasons why. So first off, Eric is a working professional. He's on the 5-year plan for his graduate degree. And I think he'd take a little longer if we'd allow it. And it wouldn't bother me one bit if he took longer. But he has been with us for some time. But all through this time that he's worked on his graduate degree, I think he's had at least one child, maybe two through that period of time, but at least one I know for sure. Worked full time. He supports all of our younger students and less experienced students wherever he can. He's been on the ASC IPD team for, I think, 3 times now. But the thing is, I really want to share about him is how he stepped up to help improve the program wherever he can. This past year, he took on, having never taught before, he took on teaching as an adjunct for the first time, one of our most advanced classes in design management. And when I got the teacher evaluations back and I saw that they were outstanding and excellent, you know, he and I have talked several times about the fact that one day when he's kind of done making all the money out there in his career, that he wants to come back and teach. And I probably won't still be around by then, but I sure hope he gets to do that because he's done an excellent job. He loves the Burns School and we love him. Congratulations, Eric. All right. The next awards we're continuing with the special academic awards. And what these are the highest GPA scores in the program upon graduation. So we're going to announce, or I'm going to announce, some highest GPA awards for undergraduate, graduate, and executive masters. So for our outstanding undergraduate students, I want to start with Johnny Din, who's a real estate concentration, Megan Fitzpatrick, who's a property development concentration, Dominique's Sardarana, also a property development concentration, and Tanner Stover, a construction management concentration. And congratulations, these are the highest GPAs in the entire class.
Yay.
Yeah, Tanner!
Yay.
Very good. All right, our outstanding master's students next include Taylor Reeves, Nick Allen, Rebecca Macy, and David Copperman. Congratulations to the four of you. Woo!
How about that?
So good to see y'all. It's just so good to see your faces. And then finally, our outstanding executive master's students, Brandon Von Lukes and Craig Adams. Great job. Congratulations to all of you.
All right, congratulations. So we have a new award this year, which is the Sustainable Student Award. And so I can't think of a better student to give this award to for the first time ever. So for her outstanding contribution in support of the sustainability mission of the Burns School, including her community projects in the CityCraft class and her assistance on the regenerative development website that included interviews of over half a dozen built environment professionals focused on sustainability. This year's Sustainability Student Award goes to Nicole Liebman. So congratulations, Nicole.
Go, Nicole.
Thank you.
And this year, presenting the Rising Star Awards is, once again, Eric Holt.
So every year we look at our graduate students and our undergraduate students and think about, the future and literally, do we want to invest in them? Because what the heck are they going to accomplish? And it's a difficult decision for us because you guys are all rock stars. And the Burns School students just are second to none. So this year's Rising Stars are, for the undergraduates, Ben Barco, and for the graduate students, David Windsor. Ben has been instrumental in a bunch of the student competitions. I think he's done every one of them that we've offered, and especially his senior year. How he survived, I don't know, but he's been incredible and a great help to me. And then David Windsor is our graduate because he's taken on the Solar Decathlon, and what a crazy competition that is. And so I appreciate both of these gentlemen. They do a ton for the Burns School. They are going to make their mark in the world very, very big. They already both have jobs lined up for the new year, and I'm very proud. And the Burns, everybody's very proud of you guys. So congratulations, Ben, and congratulations, David.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you all.
Okay. Next up, we want to recognize our club presidents. So, one of the things that, again, makes the Burns School a special place to be for our students is we intentionally try to connect our students with industry and get them affiliated as quickly as we can. We often tell the freshmen and sophomores, but as soon as we get to meet them, we always tell them that, you know, your career does not start after you graduate. It begins the day you step foot in the Burn School. And so our student organizations are very, very important in that regard. And I want to congratulate and recognize Aaron Everett for serving as our RECM Club president this past year, and Trip Heverly for being the president of our DBIA, that's Design Build Institute of America Club. And these two organizations have worked together. They do things separately, but they also work together. But as students, it's one of our goals as faculty to make sure they get connected, to make sure they start building that professional network before they ever graduate. And this is one of the ways we do it. And they organize events, they bring in industry folks, they do a number of things. And they have busy time. They're busy lives and busy at school and busy at work, but they still contribute to support other students in the program. So we want to recognize the two of them. And then I also want to announce our new president for RECM, and that is Rebecca Macy, who will be taking over this summer and fall in 2020. So welcome, Rebecca, and thank you for stepping up, Rebecca. It's a great job to have.
And now we'd like to recognize our faculty with some incredible achievements this past year. First of all, Professor Drew Miller and Glenn Miller got won best paper on investment at the Africa Real Estate Society Conference. We also like to recognize Dr. Ron Throop, who was appointed chairman of the Counselors of Real Estate for Colorado. And Eric Holt, National Housing Endowment Home Building Frame Study Grant of $75,000. Great job, Eric. He also got another award this year from Holly, receiving the special recognition for teaching the entire 2020 spring quarter in big truck PJs.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Great job, guys.
All right, everyone. That concludes our program for this evening, early afternoon. And I just got to tell you, we've done our very best to try to pull off a celebration for our students this evening. And we just want to make sure we also recognize all of our graduating students. We've probably got one of the largest graduating classes we've had since I've been here. And we're very proud of them. And you should all know that our enrollments are not just staying up, but growing. And we're so excited about that. The word's getting out. It's been out a long, long time, but one of the oldest programs in the country. But at the same time, during these challenges with COVID, what we're noticing at the Burn School is if they learn about us, if students find us and learn about us, they want to come. And we're very excited. And each year we graduate a new batch, new alumni that join all of our alumni forces and all those folks who support us all year long. We've got some exciting initiatives that we're going to be announcing later this summer, some new things going on, but we really want to thank all of you, our faculty, of course, our staff, our students, our adjuncts, our alumni, and definitely our sponsors and industry partners. And I got to tell you, I'm so proud to know you all. I miss you deeply. And I'll be glad when we're back on campus again, when we can see your face person to person. But in the meantime, all of us, let's try to stay in touch. Let's stay connected, and let's let's get back to doing this business the best way we know how. Thank you all very, very much for being with us tonight.
Thanks, guys. Good to be
Okay,
here.
congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank
If
you.
you want to stay on,
Congrats, everybody.
Congrats all.
Congrats, everybody.
Good job. Well
Happy
deserved.
summer.
Enjoy.